Voting is underway in an Ohio special election that may provide clues for both parties in the midterms this fall. Republican Troy Balderson is a two-time state senator. He appeared with President Trump last weekend. He faces Democrat Danny O'Connor, a 31-year-old county executive. The seat in Congress opened after Republican incumbent retired after 18 years. Joining me now, Bob Cusack. Hi.
Hey, Lauren.
Thanks
How are you?
so much for joining us, editor-in-chief of The Hill. What do you think President Trump's backing of these elections like this one will do in the voting, the actual voting?
I think it will help get both bases out. Certainly, this is a Republican-leaning district. It was won by Trump by 11 points. Romney won it by 11 points, and even John McCain won it in a more narrow. So this is a Republican district. So Trump went there, and they made the calculation, the Republicans, this will help, not hurt. But also, Trump going there, that fires up the Democratic base, too. So this is going to be a tight election. I'd give a slight edge to the Republican, but it's going to come down the wire.
Well, it worked for Marsha Blackburn, who we have on News Nightly often. Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee, in her bid for the Senate seat, she campaigned on the president's agenda, including her tough stance on immigration, and it worked. It
did. Now, it's a very red state, and it's going to be a tough general election, but certainly that is a Republican seat now. Bob Corker holds it now. He's retiring. But Democrats think they can steal that seat. But certainly, Blackburn is an ally of the president, and it helped her in the primary.
Nationwide, gubernatorial candidates and their views on pro-life are taking center stage. They're being looked at very closely. Democrats say, hey, we may see an overturning of Roe v. Wade if we get Judge Kavanaugh into the Supreme Court, who has been nominated by President Trump. How much of a factor will the abortion issue be in the midterms?
I think it's an issue for both sides, honestly. I do think that the Republicans like the pick of Kavanaugh. Democrats do not. But with the moderates like Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, they're likely to back. So I do think it gets them to the polls. But honestly, if you're fired up, whether pro-life or pro-choice, well, then you're going to be showing up anyway. So I think it might be somewhat of a wash.
Senator Marco Rubio introduced legislation last week allowing the future Social Security benefits to finance paid family leave. And there's a companion bill in the House that is expected to be introduced this fall. Will this resonate with working class families?
It could. I mean, this is a very hot issue right now, and there is some bipartisanship going on this issue, but nothing's going to happen until certainly after the election. And usually bills are kind of lumped in with a big bill. So I don't think this will move anytime soon, but we're seeing more bipartisanship on this issue. I just wonder if the 2020 politics is going to poison the well even after the midterms.
Thank you so much for joining us. Bob Cusack, editor-in-chief for The Hill. Always great to talk to you.
Thanks, Lauren.